This is the first of 3 short videos that I'm going to be posting on the upgrade that I made to my Wi-Fi version 1 controller. So if you did watch that video, at the end you'll see that I did mention that I would be upgrading to include a screen, which I have now done, and I have removed the keypad, the keys keypad there, which was rather ugly, and those 5 switches were only controlling gears at the time. That is now going to be controlled using the joysticks. So the upgrades that I've made, I've now connected the joystick buttons, the switch, so that the left hand one controls gear down, right hand one controls gear up. I have included 2 push buttons, which will be used for menus in a later video, and a pot, which at the moment is unconnected, as I don't really have any use for it at the moment, but I quite like the look of it. Okay, so the screen that I'm using is TFT 128 by 160. It's a 7735. All of this code was originally written in CircuitPython, but I had to change that, so I'll mention that in a minute. Okay, so the reverse, if we just look at the back, I've moved the Pico and the power supply to the back. There aren't too many connections. You can see there on one side I'm using most of them, but on the other side I've actually only used a couple of the pins. So there's plenty of spare pins there for additional features, which will be coming in the next couple of videos that I present. Right, so let's just fire this up. Okay, so there we go, waiting for connection. Now you'll notice that the screen is not quite centralized as it should be. These screens are notorious for having different sizes, and right, okay, so just occasionally the connection is flaky, but we'll know that because we're told on the screen when the connection has been made. Yeah, so the there we go, so it's connected, you can see the address, and it's just calibrating the joysticks for the little bit of fluctuations that you get in the values from the joysticks. Okay, so this is my user interface. Now you can see there at the moment I've got an orange 1 indicating that the robot is in first gear, and the right hand button will change the gear to 2 and then 3 and then 4, and the left hand button will drop the gears down, and that you can change the gears while you're actually moving as well, which is quite nice. And then the left controller, which is forwards and backwards, you'll then see that I've got a speed bar on here, so you can see there coded this quite carefully, so you've got to be a bit gentle because these joysticks are not great. You don't have to go too far and you're at full speed, so if you're just gentle with this, you'll be able to control the speed of the robot for any particular gear. And you can see here I can go in 2nd gear while I'm moving, or indeed 3rd gear, or turbo 4th gear. Okay, now the the right controller is direction, and you'll see there's just a quick indication on the screen whether you're turning left or right, or whether the robot's moving straight forwards. Now, on a recommendation from my son, when the robot goes in reverse, we've got the R on the gear sticks image changing color, and the bar becomes red, just indicating that we're going backwards. And again, we can go backwards and turn at the same time. So yep, all of that's been updated for the rover, and yeah, in the next 2 videos I'll be including 2 more screens which were going to be controlled from menus from these two buttons, or maybe just one of them. So I've added an ultrasonic sensor onto the robot, so one of the screens will give you ranging, not quite at the point of having a full sonar on there. That will be for the V3, so that will be a 2nd screen. And then the 3rd screen, I've also added a compass onto the rover, and that will then feed back information to the controller using 2-way Wi-Fi, which is all sorted now. And on that one, yeah, there'll be a compass screen with a heading, just the heading for the robots, which you can pick up on the screen. The joystick controls will all still be working, you just won't see this particular screen. Yep, so hopefully that's of interest to some of you.